Hey, 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 lovely nobodies. Happy Saturday night to you all. Welcome to every single nobody here. I miss you guys. I missed a week with you guys. Last week I had my grandbabies, and then it was chaotic a tiny bit. So I wasn't able to get on last week, but I was able to spend time with a good friend. So I did have a good time. I did end up having a good time on Saturday. But welcome to you all. I missed every single one of you. Beautiful, lovely nobodies. Those of you who just know what you know. Those of you who are psychics, intuitives, healers. You know. I love you all. I appreciate every single one of you guys. If you want to get a reading from me, my information is in the description box of this video, as well as in the about section of my channel. Reach out to me. Readings are on sale this month because this is love month and I love you guys so much for $50 for 1 hour with me. If you're a couple and you want to come to me, it's $90 discounted for the month of February. So guys, cash in on those discounted readings. I appreciate all of you who have been coming to me for readings. I've had some great readings with you guys this week. And I just know that a lot in 2024, just from overall readings with all of you, as well as tapping into this collective, as well as just tapping into source energy in general. 2024 has got people on their toes already. So I just want you guys to know that a lot is moving in your lives. There's a lot of moving parts. I feel like for a lot of you guys, there's one thing after another after another in your life, or maybe you being pulled in 1,000 ways. Family, homework, trying to balance out everything. Spirit sees it, spirit knows it, spirit understands it, and they're working with you. They're surrounding you. They know that you are pushing forward every day. They know that you are tapping into your shadows. They know that you guys are putting your work in, even when you guys struggle. They know. So trust them. Trust your intuition. Trust your gang, God, the divine, your ancestors, those that pull up for you from the light, guys. Trust in it. Okay, that little spidey sense, that little feeling. Trust it. Okay, I am ready to get into this reading tonight for your Saturday night with your ancestors. I had a psychic fair today, so it goes without saying. A lot of spiritual activity was just heightened today because it was amazing, as always. But lots of messages to say. So maybe you guys got a lot going on. It's tax season. What have y'all been planning? I feel like a lot of mind chatter. Like y'all thinking about either hey, maybe you owe the government and you're trying to figure that out. Maybe some of you guys are like, okay, what am I going to do with this money? How am I going to invest it? What do I want to buy myself? What do I want to splurge on? What do I want to just have fun with? Where do I just want to go on a staycation or a vacation? Guys, have fun. Okay, let's get into this reading, guys. Remember that these readings are timeless. They apply to past, present, or future energy. Okay, I'm giving you puzzle pieces tonight. It's your job to put these puzzle pieces together, make them fit for your life or not. This is a general reading. Okay, guys, if you come to me, if you're coming to watch this video for something specific, reach out to me directly, because there could be an energy of something that I speak about tonight that resonates with you, and you're like, that's very generalized. But if you feel like it catches you, in some way, reach out to me if you want to get a private reading. But yeah, these readings are very general. So again, they can apply to past, present, or future energy. I feel like my biggest goal here is, first of all, to get you guys to trust yourself. This is not about me being on the limelight. Trust me, I would not be in front of the camera. If this was just me, I wouldn't be. But I know that I have a purpose in my life, and I know that this is the way that I access God. And I feel like Spirit trusts me so much with you guys and just with people in general. I've always known that about myself, and maybe some of you guys resonate with that. I know that God trusts me with God's people. I know that they do. So I feel like, it behooves me in a way to kind of make sure that I do my due diligence in my own life. I guess I'm saying all of that to say that, listen, we just need to make sure that we are staying focused, being diligent, staying on our spiritual journey, staying connected to source, staying connected to spirit. Okay. Again, past, present, future energy, right? Take what resonates with you, leave what does not. Trust yourself. I feel like a lot of you guys have maybe been getting downloads, little aha moments, little deja vu moments. Like, oh my God, I was thinking of that song yesterday, and then today it played on the radio out of nowhere, right? And it's not it's not a song that's like in a rotation. It's just like, maybe a song from way back in the day, and it just comes on the radio. That spirit will have a way of getting into communication with you, and they will figure out how you catch it. And once they figure out how you catch it, that energy is just going to multiply, right? So trust it. Let's get into this reading, guys. I want to see what Spirit has for you guys. Gang. In the light, protect us. We appreciate your love and your support. How are you helping us to co-create our life? How we have free will to make the choices and decisions and take our own path or journey, take which road we choose and to be able to stand in that and live in that. So Spirit, guide us tonight. A card tried to flip over. I was like, let me see what it is, just in case it tries to pop back over. 3 of Wands, waiting for your shifts to come in. All right, Spirit, what do you got for these lovely nobodies? What do you have for these beautiful, lovely nobodies, Spirit? There's a Gemini in the building. A Gemini, heavy on the Gemini. We started out with the Magician. Okay. We started out with the Magician in the reverse, okay? I'm going to tilt these cards because y'all know my light be tripping. The Lovers. 2 Gemini major arcana cards. King of Wands and the Judgment, okay? All in the upright except for the I was just about to say the black magic card. It was about to come out, so I already know that this Magician in reverse. I'm just getting this energy of like maybe something's in the water in your relationship, lovely nobody, or there's this energy that surrounds you that I feel that is tied to a situation in love with a person that I feel like you're trying to decide either if you want to take action to either further this relationship, take this relationship to another level, or if this is like someone deciding to kind of separate. And I wonder why we're at that precipice. Like we're at the brink of something here, because it's like I'm just literally getting the energy of somebody that is wondering whether they should move forward or just bow out. And maybe you guys are dealing with something. Maybe you're struggling with something. The Magician in the reverse is here. First card out. And I'm getting heavily this energy, lovely nobody, that when it comes to, for some of you, your relationship, I feel like some of you guys have this energy to where you feel like things just don't really work out for you in love. I don't know if you've, grabbed this belief system that relationships are temporary, relationships are not meant to last, or I'm getting this energy with that King of Wands and that Magician in reverse with this Lovers here. I just kind of like caught this little snippet of somebody really just feeling like every time I try to make love work or be in a loving situation or even they go that way, it just doesn't work out how I want it to. And I don't know, lovely nobody, if that has to do with your expectation or your unrealistic expectations, either of yourself or someone else. I don't know if that is fear tied to a past relationship that you've had. Even the Judgment card being there, maybe some of you are like, I don't want to make the wrong choice again. I don't want to invest in a new relationship again, and things don't pan out, don't work out how they should, or how there's somebody heavily here trying to avoid what happened before. I definitely feel that. With this Magician in the reverse energy, for some of you guys, if this is not love, when it comes to like just your overall energy towards life right now, I do feel like maybe some of you are feeling like you want to be inspired to do something that you love in life at this point in your life. You want to be, and maybe it's because maybe in the past you've lived this life and it's like you've done these things to where you have started them, learned the business, learned the works, learned the ins and out of it. You acted it out. You know how to do it. You learn. And it's like there's this energy of like rigmarole. I think that's what I just heard. It's almost like not necessarily routine, but pretty much of your life is to be expected. And somebody is ready for this creative, inspirational deep dive into a new you. And I feel like for a lot of you, it has a lot to do with deciding to detach from something else in order to be this person or be in this energy or really stand up in it. Because for some of you, again, Gemini, Libra, Gemini is here heavy. We got also King of Wands with that Aries, Leo, Sagittarius person. And with this Judgment card here, I'm getting heavy air energy. So possibly air sign, guys. It could be any sign, but I know you guys sometimes like to know what sign is it. I feel like there's a lot of action taking action. I'm like, are you guys saying take in or taking? I think it's both. A lot of action needs to be taken towards what one wants because somebody is letting something get in the way of you moving. And then there's a lot of action taking happening in your life right now for some of you. So you guys are making moves. It's like a lot of you guys are no longer in this period of like, I'm not going to brainstorm on this thing too long anymore. Like, I have an idea. I'm inspired to do something. I don't know if this is, move further in your relationship. Ask someone out that you haven't, or that you've been afraid to ask out. There's heavily this energy of somebody here that wants things different than they did before. And for a lot of you guys, you're finding that out through maybe an issue that you're having in your love relationship right now. So I think for some of you, maybe you're in this energy now of like, okay, something got to shake. And I just literally heard that something has to shake. It's like, I need to make a choice or decision. And I want to make the most sound decision for my life, but I can just tell by how I feel that whatever's going on between me and you, it's not really manifesting anything. Or maybe you feel like it's not going anywhere, or someone doesn't feel like we are not on the same page enough for me or you or us to get to what we really are trying to, what we really want for our soul's growth. We're not going to be able to do that together. For some of you guys, you're realizing that. It's like the person that I'm with, it's like for some of you, it's like you'll forever be reaching because you're still dealing with the person that you're dealing with. So do what you will with that. You all have free will. But I think some of you guys are just, again, I just keep hearing the word mundane. You're tired of that life. You're tired of that life. I hear that Tasha Cobb song playing in my head. Getting ready. I'm getting ready to see something I've never seen. And for some of you guys, I think you've learned more and more and more with this King of Wands energy. You saw you're sitting at the edge of this seat, like, come on, life. I'm ready. I know I'm ready. The Lover's card itself is a choice, right? So what do you guys need to make a choice in your life today? What do you need to make a choice either to no longer believe? What do you need to make a choice to no longer, tie yourself to? Who do you need to release from your life? Who do you need to go towards? This is all about choices, guys. And then for this energy to be together, it's almost like some of you guys, it's like the action is there. You guys are about to do it. You are getting these. Somebody is about to make a big move in your relationship, and I'm telling you, I feel it. That King of Wands is like, I'm just waiting on the right moment. It's almost like that. You know, when you're waiting on the double dutch. Okay, double dutch. I don't know. Double dutch, double energy. So I don't know if you guys, maybe in relationships, the double energy just jumped out to me. So I have to go with that download real quick. But double energy gives me either we're dealing with someone that you possibly could be twins, because the Lovers is a Gemini card. The Gemini card is a twin. So if twins resonate with you, if you have twins, if you are a twin, if you're dating a twin, this reading is for you. I just got double energy. But it's almost like waiting to jump in on the double dutch, right? So for some of you guys, you already know what action you want to take. And I don't know why for some of you, whatever your action you're trying to take, either towards a relationship, you got to be sneaky how you're doing it, okay? And I don't know why that is. This Magician in the reverse, it's like, in a way, it's like you doing something that you don't want everybody to see. In this situation, for some of you, maybe it's not bad. That's totally on you to know that or not. But I get this energy that somebody wants to make a move towards something or doing something or getting out of a relationship. And it's almost like you got to do what you got to do behind the scenes. So it's almost, let's just say you're in a relationship and you're thinking about leaving a relationship because you don't feel like, well, King of Wands is like, there's this very impulsive energy also here. So maybe you guys are in a relationship where your person has a temper or something like that. Right. But because of, I don't know, maybe you guys have been with them for a long time. Judgment with the Lovers gives me that, like, we have things together. So maybe you have property together, maybe you live together. And it's like, it's not so easy for you to just detach from that person. So it's like some other mitigating factor. So you got to like figure out a strategy to get out. That could be this Magician in the reverse energy. It's like, you have to withhold information, because if I tell you that I'm leaving you, your ass is going to go crazy. You get what I'm saying? You're going to do something even more weird, more crazy, you're going to further validate why I need to leave you with your actions towards you finding out that I'm trying to leave you. It could be that. some of you guys could be trying to do something really nice or sweet. Like this is also kind of like this Valentine's Day energy. Think about it. If some of you guys went out with your person for Valentine's Day, it's like, how many secrets and lies did you have to keep and tell, right? To your person, to keep the surprise like under wraps. It could be also that. Know what it is for your story, but I'm just getting a lot of some dynamic change is about to happen in your relationship or your love life, lovely nobody. And are you ready for it? Because the judgment is like, whoo, some of you guys are popping the question, getting the question popped to you. Somebody popped the question, you said yes, and now you like, ugh. You're waiting on your person to pop the question, and you feel like they never are. Who is this, right? Well, put yourself where you fit in this reading, guys. But I'm going to start clarifying these cards. I get heavily, a lot of you guys just looking at these cards, a lot of y'all love, whether, and this is what I feel, toxic or not, y'all love. And it's like, for some of you guys, I'm just getting, some of you guys know that you have this real toxic love with your person, but it's just something about him. It's toxic. Okay. So figure out what that is, because I'm getting, for some of you guys, you're in a toxic relationship. Either the sex is so good, their money is so good, they pay all their bills and yours. It's something that's keeping you with them. And what is it? Okay. The magician in the reverse. You have all the tools that you need on this table to make the choice or decision in life, right? This card is about having every single thing that you need, right? To be able to work out a thing, to be able to obtain anything, to be able to work your way through. You have all the tools. It's whether you use them properly or not, right? It being in reverse kind of insinuates that maybe someone is not using their tools properly, clarified by the Ace of Wands and the Strength card. All right. I already know there's a Leo in this reading. There's a big old lion, a big old grizzly lion watching this reading or tied to you. Are you guys who is like this? I'm getting an impulsive Leo right now. I'm feeling this person got real aggressive energy towards you, lovely nobody. And I don't mean necessarily in a negative way. This person is very charismatic, very finesse type, whether male or female. Just looking at this King of Wands, how he's just looking and thinking, first of all, who you looking at? Like he sees you, lovely nobody, or you see them from way across the room, right? This person you could recognize anyway. So whoever this person is, I think that you think that they're attractive, they're handsome, they're sexy, they're fly, they smell good, they look good, they got confidence. There's something to this person. With this Ace of Wands, all of this is Leo energy, y'all. Leo, Aries, or Sag, but heavy on the Leo because of that straight card being there. That's a Leo card and it's major arcana. So I'm just driven to say that takes precedence. And this is a Leo for sure here. But lovely nobodies, there is like a lot of things. Some of you guys' relationship is about to go to a whole nother level, like on a whole other level. And I'm talking about and I just heard that George Jefferson theme song, "A Deluxe Apartment in the Sky." It's like you guys are moving to a whole other energy in your relationship. For some of you guys, you have a very creative, dynamic thing. If again, for those of you who this is not tied to love, some of you guys are just about to get, or the decision is about to be made for you to start this business, this thing, this creative venture, or passionate start to something. Because I feel like for a lot of you guys have been contemplating for a long time. I'm just looking at how she's looking in this card, and her brain just is on fire. Look at all those cobwebs up in her head, in her head space, and in her head energy. It gives me that, even when my mind is clouded, this person is still drawn to a thing that they want. So lovely nobody, it's almost like even when I feel like I'm stuck in life, even when I'm going through stuff, whether it's with my person or whether it's with my finances or whatever, I'm always driven. My soul is always driven to, start that thing or do that business or still marry them or go towards that person or whatever this is. It's like it be so embedded in your mind about this creative thing that you wanted to do, or this dynamic person that you wanted to go towards and either partner up with lovely nobodies. For a lot of you guys, this is a very dynamic position in your career, even with that magician being there. And this is all new. All of this is new energy. You got a magician, which is the number one, the ace, which is also a one. So there's a lot of new beginnings potentially either already happening. And you remember the beginning of the reading, I was like, there's a whole lot of moving parts, a whole lot of, and I said one thing from another to another. It's like it's like you get out of one thing or one thing finishes and the next thing starts, right? And I don't know for some of you guys if this is your week that we're talking about or this is your day to day. Like your day to day, you got to do 20,000 things. And for some of you, literally, it's like you got to go from one meeting to the next. Now you got to take your kid to basketball practice. Now you got to get on this call. Now I have to do this Zoom. Now I have to reach out and figure out what we're doing for dinner. Now I have, and it's like for some of you guys, your life is so busy. So I don't know if I'm drawing that out because Spirit is saying, hey, you need to chill out for a little bit. You know, maybe do you guys need to relax? Do you guys need to take a little, again, I talked about staycations earlier. Do you need to go out of your house, but in a hotel in your city for one night and just, you know, chill and relax out or whatever by yourself? I feel like for a lot of you, dynamic change, it goes without saying, is coming into your life. And I feel like for some of you, you see with this strength card, this just speaks of balance. Strength means within this tarot card that I'm looking at, it's like knowing that whatever I want to take action toward is there. But it's not just me taking action toward it. I have to probably involve people to get this thing off the ground. So it's about you being able to mesh your ideas and thoughts and opinions with other people to bring them in. It's about you being able to give energy, but also being able to receive energy. It's you being able to give knowledge, but being also able to receive knowledge. You being able to give and receive love. So this speaks a lot about balance. And I do feel like for some of you guys, you know, if your life is super busy right now and you got a lot going on, where can you receive help at, right? So for some of you, and I just saw this, some of you guys have maybe a few kids, but your older kid is kind of like the second mom or the second parent, whatever this is. I see that. It's almost like, you know, you ask that the older kid, like, hey, can you go help them with their baths or help them with their homework while I take care of dinner? For some of you guys, that might be a dynamic that's in your house. If it is, that is, this is your reading. But heavily on the, whatever is not working out in your life, lovely nobody, just know that there is movement. There is definitely movement happening in your life. There's an opportunity here, maybe in an area of your life that didn't work before. There's a new door opening to get you to what you wanted to get the entire time. What that door is, again, you know what this thing is in your life, or you know what this situation is or who this person is. But I do feel heavily, and even for some of you guys with the whole relationship thing, somebody really is trying to gain the courage and strength, maybe to come towards you, step to you. Maybe it's because they know they did something real effed up, you know, to you recently. Maybe you guys have been, you know, a little bit distant. Maybe because with the cloud between these two people, I feel like there's been some testy conversations between you and your person, lovely nobody. And I feel like somebody is, you know, just really trying to make sure that everything overall is balanced. And the reason why I say I feel, even with the negative that's in this reading, I feel like there's a lot of action being taken towards making things right. Judgment is there and it's in the upright. Somebody is deciding, okay, like, life is crazy. Life is crazy. There's so much going on. There are so many moving parts. There's so much going on between me and them. We got the kids and what's going on with the kids. I got this business I'm trying to start over here. I got my side hustle and my 9 to 5. It's a lot of moving parts. And I feel like for a lot of you guys, you know that you have to get all of these things in control. It's like becoming in alignment, not just spiritually, because that goes without saying. With all of your majors pretty much in the upright, except for this magician. And this is pretty much, if we have all the tools on the table and we're not using them properly, this really has more to do with us gaining more knowledge about what we need to do or not do to make those tools work properly. So that magician card is still tied to you, right? Why is the Lovers here, Spirit? What is this choice? Oh my gosh, you got the 2 of Cups in the reverse, the 2 of Swords in the reverse. Lovely nobodies. You got the Moon in the reverse. Some of you guys just really got out of something crazy with this last person that you were with, or some of you guys are going through hell with the person that you are with now, and somebody is ready to get out of this. Now, you remember earlier when I said somebody has to develop a strategy probably and try to get out, to try to figure out how to get out. Okay, that gives me her her 7 of Swords might even show up in this reading tonight. 2 of Swords, you know, making a choice. This is about making a choice that you know you need to make with no further information. Look at her. She really pretty much is, this girl is pretty much telling herself, I don't know what to do. I don't know what choice to make. It's like, girl, this, what is this, a blindfold being held by some birds? You can pull it off. It's like somebody that doesn't want to choose to see the truth. Okay. So is this you, lovely nobody? Is this spirit telling you, like, hey, there's some things in your relationship that maybe your person tells you about you that you just don't see, but it legit is, right? For some of you guys, maybe you feel like that towards your person. It's just like, I just need them to understand where I'm coming from. They don't see my perspective. Or is this you expecting somebody to agree with you? Because this has to do with communication swords. Are you expecting someone to agree with you and to take on your belief, your opinion, right? Because that has a lot to do with, not allowing a person to be themselves. It goes without saying that in your relationship, lovely nobody, recently, there's been a lot of going on between you two, okay? And I feel like for a lot of you guys, and I just literally heard it, God, the universe, whatever you want to call it, whatever you sat one of y'all ass down. And I literally just heard that. Some of you guys are either dealing with a situation, and I hate to say this, but for some of you, this is my lovely nobody. For some of you guys, you did your person a little dirty, right? Whether big or small, I don't know what it is, but I feel like at the smallest, I got somebody that said too much, too quick, too fast. It was rude, it was nasty, and you knew better. That's literally how I just heard that, okay? Because this is communication on the table. Wands and air just tells me, like, when things get heated, communications is swords. Air is swords. Wands is like passion, creativity, fights. It could also be, yelling and lashing out, right? It's wands, right? When them two get together and the cocktail wasn't mixed correctly, like, this is what you get. And the two of you have said too much, done too much, put yourselves, you had a conversation that went 3 minutes too much, and somebody can't unsay what they said. Somebody can't unsee what they saw you say either, lovely nobody. So just know that I feel like spirit sees that maybe you're dealing with some heavy feelings when it comes to you and your person. For some of you guys, you feel like a person is, I just heard first of all, one of you in this relationship is an emotional gangster. I just heard that. It's like you have mad emotions, you're real sensitive, but you dare not. You try not to let anybody see that. So you try to be like, like real gangster when it comes to your emotions and not really show them, but you have them, right? Your person knows that about you also. So they really just wish you would just be vulnerable a little more and open up. But maybe that has to do with other stuff from your past. It could. I do feel like there is someone here also that feels like somebody's always in their feelings. Somebody's super emotional. One of y'all feel like our person is too emotional. A lovely nobody, they feel like you're too emotional, okay? I feel like there's someone here that is like, when somebody wants to reconcile something, there's someone here that tries to really use judgment, right? When they speak to you, lovely nobody, or vice versa, when you speak to them, it's one of them. And I feel like somebody, if you look at, because this is how the card's sitting, this is a judgment card. King of Wands is looking way over there. For some of you guys, you throw judgment out of the door when you get upset. And I'm just going to be real. Judgment goes completely out of the door. If you get in your feelings, especially if somebody tells you that you can't do something, if anybody makes you feel any type of rejection in any way, lovely nobody, this is you or them. It's like somebody gets real heavily emotional, right? But it comes out like lashing out. They might even say things that they don't mean. They might say things that are mean, just petty and out of the way. Somebody does this, but it's their defense mechanism. So for those of you who are in a relationship that resonates with, just know, and I know that this pisses some of you off, because whatever this is for some of you, it really makes you stressed out about your person. You do have love for them. But I think that you do also know that it's like I don't want to keep doing that with them. Like, damn, like every time we argue, like he or she start to cry so much that we can't even resolve, what we needed to resolve because of that, right? I do think that I do feel like possibly in this relationship overall, guys, there's somebody here. You guys are clearly opposite signs. So like, I don't think that we have two water signs that are together. I think that we have air and fire. I think that we have water and fire, or a water and air. It's two different dynamics. So you guys don't even think the same. Y'all don't even believe the same. Now here's the thing. Appreciate the similarities, respect the differences. Again, appreciate the similarities, respect your differences. It's okay that they're not the same as you. I mean, that's a great balance. Strength cards here, right? Some of you guys, when you be talking to your person, you see, it's like you choose when you want to be a lion with that person, and you choose when you want to be a little sweet little angel with them, right? Now, there's a lamb on that card. So it goes without saying, for some of you, you know that when you do this, the person that you're doing it to is completely innocent. And for some of you guys, maybe it's your kids. I just heard that. When some of you guys get upset with your person, you guys take it out on your kids. So Spirit sees that. If that resonates with you, I mean, you have to know what to do with that. But I want to know why these water cards are in the reverse, because this gives me heavily that lovely number. Somebody does need to tend to their emotional needs, because the Two of Cups in the reverse is heavily on this, loss. Experience the loss of someone that you really love, that you really cared about. And the Moon in reverse gives me, maybe we found out something about this person. Maybe we found out that they lied about something. Let's just say maybe they didn't disclose their financial information there, and they're completely in debt, and you were going to marry this person, or you found something out about their financials. Maybe you found out about a third party. Maybe you found out someone was still married, whether they were still with their person or not, they're still legally married to someone else. Maybe some of you guys found out, like, this mountain between the two of you in this card, it heavily tells me that, like, something surfaced or something is about to, or something will, right? And for some of you guys, it's your ego. All these wands, all this fire energy, especially with that Leo, I mean, it's a literal lion on the card. It goes without saying that there's an ego in this reading. So maybe that was one of both of you. Heavily, when you guys get in your feelings with each other, I mean, egos come out, right? So I feel like in this dynamic, this is a couple, 2 and 2. One of you guys is super emotional, super loving, and it hurts their feelings when you guys go through this. And the other person, it, like, you just be in your head about it, not knowing what to do. You ain't gonna go say I'm sorry to them, but I'm also like, I want to get over what we are talking about, but I don't want to apologize, or I don't. What is this energy? Okay, I do want to know why the water cards are in the reverse. So the Moon in reverse with the Two of Cups, Spirit. Why are these emotion cards in the reverse? And the King of Cups in the reverse. There's the Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, masculine energy possibly here. Lovely nobody. Somebody's very hurt in this dynamic. And I feel like for some of you guys, this is a person that you were with, I would say, between 1 and as many as 8 years with a person, right? And this could have been a person that you were with a while back. Because I think, guys, for some of us, I think we don't really sometimes we really don't hone in on how energy works. Even if you were in a relationship now, I can already hear somebody saying, like, oh, here she go with this. Even if you were in a relationship now, don't think that a relationship that you had 10 or 15 years ago, especially if it was one that broke you, especially if it was one that you had to overcome a lot, especially if it was the one that made you change yourself and never deal with, it was the game changer. That relationship, in a way, still maybe shows up in the way that you show up in relationships currently, is what I'm trying to say. So for someone here, I do feel like a lot of you guys have, and I've said this before, experienced a lot of the same in relationships with people, but it's just a different person. It's the same. And if that resonates with you at all, it means that something about you is the same. Something about you has not changed. Okay. So what is that for some of you? Very emotional card. So lovely nobody. There's this heavy down energy between you and your person. Or for some of you guys, maybe some of you aren't in a relationship and you won't date, and you haven't dated because you still haven't gotten over what happened to the person before. Pisces is here with this hangman energy. Look at you. Some of you guys, you were put maybe into an uncomfortable situation in your relationship with your person. And for some of you guys, I just think that you learned dealing with what you just dealt with, that there's a huge part of you that's just like, because this hangman card, that pretty much the description of this card in this particular deck, because the book is in the box. She knows that she fucked up, right? Even if this is a breakup that she's going through, even if her person cheated on her, I mean, she still recognizes that she was in it. She still recognizes that, ooh, this is uncomfortable, but I know why. With all the alchemy symbols in this water, it's like I'm hanging and I'm kind of held up in life and I'm kind of stuck right now and I'm kind of in a pickle of life. But I get it. Like, I know why I'm going through this. So the hangman, she kind of like takes her shit, right? She takes her karma. She gets it. She feels it. She understands it. So for some of you guys, I feel like there's a part of you that realizes that I just heard all this. You can do better. You can be better. Some of you know that you can act better. And some of you know that you can get better. And that's when it comes to the get better, is get better than who you with now. Some of you guys know that the person that you're with now, this is your ancestors. I just literally heard they could never. For some of you guys, you're dealing with a person that you calling them wifey, you calling them husband or whatever, but They're not. Okay, so for some of you guys, you really have learned, maybe in the past, and maybe some of you are learning this through a trial or a test that you're going through with your person right now. But I do feel like for some of you guys, you know that you don't want to ever go back to a period of allowing yourself to be so low, so desperate in energy, so I just heard perplexed in nature. Some of you guys, you just went through a really emotional, crazy situation. Your life is going like through ups and downs emotionally, for some of you. And I feel like for a lot of you, you really have decided to kind of like, I don't really need to deal with this. I don't really need to. And the Two of Wands, I didn't even ask a question, but I'm going to just show you this. I'm putting it back in there. Two of Wands, if it wants to come back out, it will. Two of Wands here. But you got the Two of Wands, you have the Two of Swords, you have the Two of Cups. It's two people on the lover's card. Lovely Nobody's. It goes without saying that this reading tonight is heavily about you and your person. It's about your relationship. Okay. So for some of you guys, you need to gather the strength to really fight for your relationship, fight for your person, because there's action taken that needs to happen. Somebody needs to decide to take action towards their person. Somebody needs to take action. And even if both of you are wrong, even if we both fall, it's like somebody's got to make the first move. We love each other, right? We care about each other, right? We really want some longevity. So somebody got to make the move, okay? So for some of you guys, you're just realizing like, this is bigger than me. This is bigger than me, right? That song by Beyonce is playing in my head. And it's literally, for my life. This song is called I Was Here by Beyonce, but my whole entire family, my friends, every single person that knows me know, even if I get into a relationship with a person, they know like this is the song that I want played in my funeral. I've always said this is so crazy that I say it, but it's Beyonce, I Was Here. But the lyric that I just heard playing is like, for some of you guys, you know that this is bigger, right? And when I said that, I heard the line in that song. And she says, when I leave this world, I'll leave no regrets. I'll leave something to remember so they won't forget that I was here. Okay. Some of you guys, that's where you are. Like, some of you guys know that like, life is really short. And I don't know if that's because you just got out of something crazy. I don't know if that's because you just lost your best friend. I don't know what just happened in your life that made you have this, again, aha moment, but you don't want to just be mundane anymore. It's like, I really want to leave my mark on this world. I really want to make a difference. I've been through hell. I've been through high water. I've lost a lot. I've been in places to where I couldn't trust. Some of you guys have been homeless. Some of you guys have been jobless. Some of you guys here look how these people are holding out. Some of you guys have needed to go to people when you didn't want to go to people to ask for help, but you had to do it. Maybe you had kids. So for some of you guys, you know that life is meant to be lived, and you know that now. You realize that now, or you're about to realize it. And if you're watching this now, I'm telling you, your life is meant to be lived. Stop living a mundane life. Stop being so scared, right? Stop living in fear. Just take the leap. Just go. The worst that could happen is that you will be back home tomorrow doing what you're doing, watching your little TV show, and it just didn't work out. But at least you tried it. At least you went for it. I think some of you guys, even with that Judgment card, I just get really this energy of Spirit is gung-ho. Like, Spirit is just ready for you to move. Like, Spirit is like, decide, Judgment, choose. You look at her. Sorry. Look at her. She's like, choose. Like, Like, choose. What do you want to do? Make a move. It doesn't matter what you do. We're going to roll with you, and we're going to be with you however this outcome goes. You know what I'm saying? I feel like with that magician energy, having all those tools and not being able to. So some of you guys got gifts inside of you, and maybe you're going through a period in your life that is, there is lack. Maybe you did just lose someone. Maybe you are just getting out of something. And maybe some of you guys don't feel inspired to create right now. Maybe some of you guys don't feel inspired in the job that you're working. Whatever this is, I just need you to understand and know. Again, you are here. You are here. Don't you want the world to know that you are here? And I'm not talking about the world, that the eyes that look in. I'm talking about the world around you, your family, your kids, the people you have responsibility to, the people that you are steward over. Okay. Don't you want to leave something? So for some of you guys, with all of these twos don't just have to be about, relationships. It could be about partnerships. It could be about cooperating with another person, cooperating with another belief system, choosing between one or two things. You get what I'm saying? Apply that however you need to in your life. But every single two for you guys has pretty much shown up in the reverse. And so for some of you guys, you know that you've already lost things that you did not want to lose. You know that you have already, not made or moved in decisions that you should have sooner, faster, quicker. So whatever these things are for you, lovely nobody, it's up to you whether you want to change these things about yourself. It's up to you whether you want to show that person that you can be different, or that you can control that energy or that anger or that rage. You can control your emotions. Right? You can control, how quickly you lash out when you feel attacked. All of that's here on the table. And so, lovely nobodies, I feel like, with this moon card in the reverse, it's like the veil is lifted, right? I'm calling you out. And I feel like the veil is lifted on yourself for some of you guys. It's like, no more. What are you waiting for? Because they're not waiting on you. They're going to keep moving, or it's going to keep moving. Life is going to keep going. And are you going to continue to be the one that walks by the window, looking at it, wishing it, wanting it? Or are you going to go in the store? You don't even know how much it costs. And this is just symbolically how I'm speaking. I hope you're connecting this download that I'm having, because this is how Spirit is showing it to me. They're showing me a person that continues to walk by a window of a store, and they see, I don't know, I see a mannequin. Whatever you want to put on a mannequin, put it on it in your mind. Whether it's a suit, or whether it's that watch, or whether it's the shoes, or whether it's the bonnet, or not the bonnet, what do you call it? The scarf or the sunglasses. What is it on this mannequin? You keep walking by this window, looking at it. It doesn't even have a price tag on it, but you won't even go in the store and look at it, and you walk by it every day telling yourself, I don't have it. And then finally one day, just choose to walk in the store, and maybe you'll find out that those sunglasses were on sale for $10. And you're like, I probably could have got these. So all I'm saying is, whatever that is for you in your current life, lovely nobodies, whatever you keep walking by the window of, some of you guys keep walking by the window of needing to leave a relationship, needing to leave a job, needing to detach from that best friend that is not a best friend. They want your man. They want your woman, possibly, right? They want your life. They are tied to you for toxic reasons. You guys are only friends because of a trauma bond. So whatever these things are, you have to be bold enough to take that action, to move away from it, get rid of it. And I want to know why that King of Wands is there. Five of Pentacles in the reverse. Five of Pentacles in the reverse. So that's that energy of really somebody heavily, Five of Pentacles reverse clarifies the King of Wands with the Page of Cups, with the Devil. Look at the Devil. Look at how this person still holds on. And I don't know if this is you, lovely nobody. It's like somebody still holding on to somebody that ain't got to hold on them no more. Right? So for some of you guys, like, you're in a relationship with somebody that they don't put you first. They don't treat you how you're supposed to be treated. But there's something toxic. And I already said this. There's a toxic relationship between some of you guys. And you literally keep acting like you would lose to leave this person. So for some of you guys, I don't know what it is, and I've already said it about this person. Is it their money? Is it their sex? Is it their looks? Is it, their finesse? What is it? There's something about someone that you are dealing with, lovely nobody, or there's something about you that chooses to deal with toxic people. This card came in the upright. I can't unsee this Devil. Could be a Capricorn in this reading also. Page of Cups. And this is how they get you, because what they do, lovely nobody, is it's like when some shit happens between the two of you guys, bye. When something happens between the two of you guys, what happens is like they come to you with the baby, 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 all the bullshit, like they're gonna change, and they don't. They come with the I'm sorry's for sure. It's like this is how you be having them. It's like they fight with you, they do something stupid, they treat you bad, they put you in a third party situation, they cheat on you, whatever it is that they did, right? They disrespected you, they didn't, they don't listen to your feelings, whatever this is, you know what it is. But then as soon as you try to like detach from them and stand up for yourself, stand in your power, stand in your confidence, this is how they go at. Like the victim, like you did it to them. In both pictures, it's like look both heads down. I just heard that heads down, thumbs up. Um, that's like a game that we used to play when I was in like elementary school, I feel. So some of you guys may have known this for whoever I'm talking about. Maybe you've known them since your childhood. Maybe you guys have been together or have had a whole lifetime together, right? Don't they say life when it comes to jail? Like for some states, it's like a life sentence be like 25 years. So maybe some of you guys have been with your person 25 years. I've known her for 25 years. I don't know, but there's somebody heavily in your energy that is always down, always wants to keep someone down, meaning that this person is afraid themselves to tackle life, to really go for what they want, or this person has had issues with getting what they want in life, so they don't think it's real. They don't think it's possible. And why? How dare you try to go for life? How dare you try to, get back from life what you've given? Like for some of you guys, there we go, competition. Your person is or was in competition with you, lovely nobody. And I think for some of you guys, you know that you need to take action to move away from this energy. This person, because this card, I flipped it over because it came out in the reverse. But this Five of Pentacles does give me the energy of someone that does come with this whole apologizing energy after they've done something very nasty to you. Again, saying something nasty, speaking nasty. And for some of you guys, there's only one page here, but that's still a child. Oh, I talked about a child with the card with the lamb on it. Some of you guys, I already told you, your kids be saying this stuff and they just be like, here we go again. Like for some of you guys, your kids like just know that you and daddy or you and mommy are gonna fight. So for some of you guys, do what you will with that. But I feel like, if that resonated with you, and that just means spirit sees it going on in your own house, and it's up to you to deal with that. It's up to you to maneuver that for yourselves. How you guys raise your kids is totally on you guys who have free will. But I do think that if I'm looking at a dynamic and I'm looking at a household, because I'm now going to place these cards into practical, like every day-to-day life, I don't see any women in this reading, okay? So I see two kings, and I see even the devil is a male. And the women, there's only one woman, and there's a lot of men. What I'm trying to say is a whole lot of masculine energy is in your household, lovely nobodies. So I will say, if we are dealing with a physical male and a physical woman, lovely nobodies, someone feels like the feminine, so the woman is a masculine energy. Like they need you to, I try not to say it, submit, and I don't mean it in any way. It's just a way that I heard, and I don't know what that means for your life or for your family. I just see a lot of masculine energy in a household, and it's unbalanced. The Strength card being there with the Two of Cups in the reverse, it just tells me that like when it comes to energies, like it's not balanced. It's not. It's a whole lot of masculine energy. Now, I don't know if that is loving nobody. So if you're the man in this scenario that I'm talking about, and you're like, yup, I hate that masculine. I hate that she has that masculine energy. I hate that she try to act like a dude. Or here's the thing. I do feel like there is a feminine energy in this reading that has had to be masculine. Not that that's an excuse. Almost like somebody has been put into situations before to where in past lives, maybe, or maybe in this relationship with you, loving nobody, to where they've had to be masculine, and meaning they had to kind of like protect themselves in some type of situation. Maybe something was happening to their kids or around their kids, and they had to step up and like really step into this protective, fierce, primal energy. But I don't know. But what I'm saying is like, this is a learned behavior. If this is a woman that has masculine energy, for a lot of you guys, someone learned that probably before you. At the same time, it's no excuse that they do it. But I think that we all need to wrap our head around it. Meaning, I think that the masculine energy just expects the feminine energy to just be like, just stop. It goes beyond that, sir. Bro, it goes beyond that. Because the reason why she does that is deep. Okay. So if you love her, if you really want to be with her, respect her, and that's the mother of your kids, then you do your due diligence to, hold her accountable for healing that, right? Have a real conversation in love with love, and talk about it. Vice versa, feminine energy. If this is your person and you feel like you have to like broaden your chest because they're yelling at you so hard, or that they're coming down on you so hard, or they're in your face, or they're in your personal space every time they do this, then I think that maybe on a level you need to do your due diligence and maybe have a real conversation with your person in love and just be like, I don't feel safe maybe when you speak to me that way. And even if that's tied to your trigger, your person needs to know it. You are responsible for healing your own trigger. But I think there's a lot of miscommunication between you and your person, lovely nobody. That's what I'm trying to say here. There's a few different relationships that I'm looking at tonight. I feel like the overall energy of a lot of you guys is like, y'all don't do what y'all want to do. A lot of y'all don't. You don't like, and maybe it's because the magician being in the verse, we already talked about people not using their tools properly. Maybe it's because you know that you're not going to use your tools properly, right? Maybe you don't want to entertain this conversation that we have because I know that they probably about to pop off and I don't want to deal with it. But you continue to be with them. So you're not doing anything, right? You're not healing that. You're not healing yourself. You're not healing yourself in a way to tell yourself, I need to be out of this or not deal with this. You're not healing yourself enough to tell, to be able to go to them and confidently and talk about it. So again, you're not using your tools properly. So for some of you guys, you gotten so ingrained to just living a life and being in a relationship a certain kind of way. And I think that somebody is knocking on your door telling you hello, you can have a different kind of relationship. That you can treat him or her better. That you could just get up and walk away from this. That you need to be more open to receiving love. That you shouldn't have said that to them that way. You guys know these things. You guys are all intuitives. If you're watching this video at all, I know that you tap into spiritual energy. I do want to know about that devil. Spirit, why is the devil card there for the lovely nobodies? Page of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, see, this person, I'm telling you, when you guys go through things, they do little things, very small things, very playful things to try to get back into your good graces. And you know that they're going to do it again. For some of you guys, this is like the Page of Wands in the reverse speaks so very highly of just someone that is very kind of like this stalemate energy. You're not taking action towards what you need to take action towards. It's like you telling me you're going to make all these changes, but you're not doing them. Pages are messages, right? So it's like communicating messages, but then I'm not doing. So this person doesn't stand up in what they say. This is the kind of person that would even flake on you. This like, don't ask this person to come out. Don't ask this person to be the person that brings the main dish to the potluck, because they're going to be late, right? Page of Wands is this very inexperienced, fast moving, very like shifty, immature, could be petty, could be manipulative type energy. Again, almost like there's come, first to the party, last to the party, first to the leaves. I can't remember however you say that. It's like this person is not reliable. There's word. They're not reliable. And lovely nobodies, I think as much as you and as long as you and for however long you want to deal with this person and have been dealing with this person, you know that things are not going to change. You know it. The Magician in the reverse tells me that you know it because that is a new journey. That's a new path. The Magician is the second card in the tarot of the major arcana. This is like after the Fool, after you take the leap. So for some of you, the leap might be. So some of you guys are stuck in that Fool energy. And for a lot of you, it's the Fool in reverse. Some of you guys are afraid. And I don't know why you think the stakes are so high on this person, but they're not. Whoever this person is in your life, lovely nobody that it just no longer serves you, you really need to detach from them. Totally your free will. But just from what I see, I think you can already tell for your life that it's not going to work. It hasn't been working. We keep giving back here. Things do get together for maybe a couple months, couple weeks, maybe a year. And then you go back to the same thing. I'm telling you, I'm looking at these cards this is my own life. This has been my past before. I've seen this in my own life, just thinking that they're going to change. They're going to change. They're going to change. They're going to change. No. Some things people have to do very extensive work. And when people choose to go like cold turkey, I'm gonna get my life together, it shows up in their life. It shows up. It shows up in how they speak. It shows up in how they show up. It shows up in the abundance that they have in their life. It shows up in their financial life. It shows up everywhere. You can tell when a person really is working on themselves. Lovely nobody. For one of you guys, one of you is doing it, one of you is not. Okay. Judgment card is there. See, High Priestess, and she tried to come out in the reverse, right? So for some of you guys, I think you're also knowing, and it's like you're very spiritual. High Priestess, this is a psychic of tarot, Pisces. Got a Pisces heavy in this reading tonight because Hangman card is a major arcana, that's Pisces, and this is major arcana also, and this is a Pisces card as well. So all seeing, all knowing, very intuitive. You know how to read this person, lovely nobody. So I feel like a lot of what has happened between you and your person, because now I feel like Spirit is about to call you out. They're like, you saw it coming. You knew it was coming. You knew it was coming. You just wanted to be on demon time, right? Because you went freely. You know, we all go freely with the devil. The devil's like, hey, come over here, right? Come with me for a little bit, right? I'm bringing you back, right? I'll get you back here, but just come with me on this ride real quick, right? So tempting. Devil's got a hot car. Right? Let me just, it's comfortable. I feel like, I just want to go for this through, whatever this is, right? This is devil energy, but what the devil does, it takes you all the way down the road, all the way down the road, right? We in it now. Like we in this thing, we in this. So for some of you guys, the devil is like avoiding that you know, that you need to leave or walk away from a person. And that's your devil, right? You just riding in the car down the street with the devil. The devil knows the whole time he's not bringing you back. The devil knows the whole time that he's lying. The devil knows the whole time that he's deceiving you. He just needs you to stay in this low vibrational energy because that's where he feels comfortable at, he or she. And I'm not giving it a gender. I'm just using the words that people resonate with, right? What I'm saying is like there's this devil energy to some of you guys. And I don't know if this is a fear of something, which is why we want to detach from a person. I don't know if this is a fear of success, because that's a real fear. I've heard a lot of people I've had it myself. Fear of success. It's like, oh, but God, what if I do become successful? What if I win the lottery? Like that's a whole nother shitstorm. You know what I'm saying? What do you fear? Because for some of you guys, you have the opportunity to have a very loving, a very reciprocal, a very lively relationship with your person or with a person that will give you that back, will give you everything that you put in, and for some of you, more. But I think for a lot of you, you have to detach from either a belief or an actual person to be able to actually go get it. So for some of you who are in relationships with your person, you love them, you care about them, but you guys do go through a lot of ups and downs. One of you, and I'm just going to say it's the one that's watching, one of you just needs to choose to work through this energy, to be that King of Wands, to take action on making this choice, deciding. This is about deciding that no matter what, like we locked in, ain't no switching up. Like, I love you. I don't want to argue with you. I want us to figure out how to communicate better. I want us to figure out how to love each other better. If you feel like I'm not loving and I'm not emotional and I'm not vulnerable, I'm willing to learn that. For some of you, it's like there's this energy of you don't know how to talk to each other. For some of you guys, and I'm telling you, some of you guys are in a relationship where there is a physical man dealing with a physical woman and her mouth is reckless. It's reckless. It's reckless. And I'm just saying that it's reckless. So somebody is like, they don't know what to do when she be in that energy. It's like, whoever this is, lovely nobodies, whether this is your person towards you, or if you are the male watching this and you know that your girl talked to you reckless, that shit bothers you. It bothers you. It bothers you. Now, I feel like if that resonates with you, however, you let your girl talk reckless to you because somebody else who is a feminine energy in your life has done this to you. So if you go back, and I think you've already admitted it to yourself immediately as soon as I said it, like, yeah, that's my mom, or my auntie raised me, and my auntie used to talk to me that way, or my grandma, that's how my grandma was, or my big sister raised me. Whatever this is, whoever this is, a lot of this happened before y'all, right? But it's each person's own individual responsibility to heal that thing for your relationship, to make it work or not. And I feel like for some of you, if you were about to make a decision or choice in your relationship, I feel like for a lot of you, with this magician in the reverse card, I do think it is going to take some courage for you to really start over, for you to really end something and start over, or for you to really get this going. For some of you guys, I feel like you think that there is, some of you, I just heard like, some of you guys feel like fireworks has to happen. I feel like, okay, I just got another down when I heard fireworks. Some of you guys, I do feel like you have a person that the person that you're with, it's like they expect your display of love to come across how they expect to see it. I feel that for some of you guys, it's like your way of showing love to your person is one way, right? This, I'm gonna plan this date. We're gonna go this place, that place, and that place, and then I take her there, and she's like, "Dang, like I thought we was gonna go here. Or I thought you was gonna buy me this, or I thought we were gonna eat this." For some of you guys, I do feel like you have a feminine energy in your energy that like that's the word, ungrateful. You feel like they're ungrateful a little bit. So just again, I feel like there's still the want to be with this person. So you guys have to figure out what this is. Because I feel like for a lot of you guys, your relationships are very up and down. Very, very up and down. Two of Cups with the lovers, the Two of Swords, Two of Wands. It's like, look at y'all. Okay. Just look at this. I'm gonna put all these cards in the upright so y'all can see it. Okay. Right. This is how it starts, right? The lovers is a choice, right? We decided to come together. Look at God. Like we just thought God, this is God that brought us together. We really gonna work hard and becoming, individually great and together great. And then here's this card, Two of Cups. Everything is good. Look at us hand in hand everywhere we go. There's so much affection. There's so much love. There's so much this. There's so much that. And then all of a sudden we deal with a curveball. Something happens in our relationship. We disagree on something. We don't really know how to handle that energy. So nobody says anything. Maybe she talks slick to you, but you don't mention it. You don't say anything. And you know that you need to talk about it. You know you need to say something, but you don't, right? That's that Two of Swords energy. Making that choice you know you need to make, but like you don't want to see the truth, right? And then we got the Two of Wands. When you get in this energy, you sit there for so long trying to figure out what to say, what to do, how to figure out how to be the bigger person or not, how to detach, how to walk away. And look at you looking out the window like, oh, I don't know what to do. For some of you guys, you see the globe there. Some of you guys don't have anywhere to go. And I get that. But for some of you, it's like as spiritually draining as your life is right now, I don't know that you would, necessarily lose so much on a level by detaching from this immediately. And the reason why I say that is because for some of you guys, this relationship or a relationship has taken your soul, and literally it's been very, very emotional. It's been very, very draining. Or you and your person are going through a very, very draining thing. And I think for some of you guys might feel like, I don't know if we're going to make it out of this one. I don't know. Or I don't know. For some of you guys, it's like, oh, here we go again. I don't want to keep doing this. For some of you guys, it's like, I really want to be with this person, but I don't know why we keep getting here, right? So maybe some of you guys haven't really identified with what exactly it is that causes your person to have issues with you and vice versa, and causes you to have issues with them. I do feel like for a lot of you guys, it's unrealistic expectations. You want them to respond how you would have. You want them to say what you would have. And they're just different. They're not you. And if there's anything I can say to you guys, if that resonates with you, there's nothing like making a person feel like their individual self. I will say it again. There is nothing like making another person feel like their own individual self. I want to know who you are. I want to see you exactly how you are, right? And it's crazy because I'm going to get this off of my altar. On my altar, I have this card. I wrote this in 2021. Yeah, 2021, when I first started this channel. And it says, let me put it here. Go. Tilt it. I choose to know what's really going on, no matter how ugly it is. This will allow me to choose wisely whether or not I choose to keep it in my life. Don't always want to not say, right? That shit that they said to you made your feelings hurt. I don't care if you're a man or a woman. You need to be able to address that. You need to be able to deal with that. And this is whether this is your lover, whether this is your mother, your father, your child. Us adults, you don't think my kids don't hurt my feelings sometimes? Yes, they do. But I tell them. They know it. My kids will vouch and say that, like, she is grown as hell, and I am. But we all have an inner child. We all get our feelings hurt. We all have emotions, and I've learned to identify with all of mine. I've learned how to use that strength card, right? I've learned how to manipulate my energies in a way to where like, ooh, that just hurt my feelings. I didn't like what you said. Like, but then I know to communicate that. Like when you said what you said, it made me feel this way. And I also identify with why do I feel this way about what they said to me or whatever it was that they said. So all I'm saying is like for some of you guys, if you have an unrealistic expectation of your person, I think it behooves you, especially if you have a lot of love or passion for this person, or you really want to get something done in life with this person, you're going to have to let them be them. Okay. And it's up to you to walk away from them. It's not our job to get people to change to be what we like. That is not our job. It's like we need to let people be who they are. And then once I see who you are, I have the choice to just walk away. It's like, okay, you're great, just not for me, right? You're an awesome person, just not for me, right? There will be somebody that will be okay with you doing that. It's just not me. And I have no issues. I don't have no malice or anything. So for some of you guys, I feel like there's been a lot of things that have been unsaid between you and your person. And it's been things that maybe you have always wanted them to change about themselves. But even with that, that's how you know that's not your person. You want them to change too much. That's not your person. If they're a narcissist, let them go with someone else that's a narcissist, right? That would be a great relationship, right? Because you guys they will just be narking together. You know what I'm saying? Just, gaslighting and victim blaming and just doing all of this stuff together. Like, let them have that, right? You're emotional, you're loving, you are a sentient being. You can't have a narcissistic energy in your energy. So what I'm saying is like for some of you guys, that maybe something that you're dealing with, who you're dealing with, the person that you are with, or the person that you just detached from, for some of you guys, they just were not it, and they are not it. And I feel like for some of you guys, you do have a choice to make. You have a decision to make. And I feel like even for a lot of you, God has even been coming to you in your dreams. Look up there in the clouds. Like, it's like some of you guys may even be up at night and you be just channeling. You be watching TV and the TV be playing, but you don't even be really watching. And then you just catch yourself like, damn, like, I got to rewind this because I don't get like 10 minutes and I don't even know where I was. You was on another frequency, because Spirit is going to try to communicate with you as much as they can, because I feel like for some of you guys, they really are trying to help you with ushering along the energy of you taking action, you getting moving, you making the choice to take that journey, take that path. That magician is like, ooh, what can I create now? A new life with a new person that's better, that will treat you better, that will be reciprocal, right? That's what's there for you. So lovely nobodies, this is the energy that I show between you and your person tonight. Because I touched on so many different, because I felt me jumping. Okay, couple of things. Because I felt me jumping, I do feel like for some of you guys, maybe you've been having scattered energy a lot, scattered thoughts. Air is here, so that's scattered communication. So how you talking to people is scattered, and how you communicating with yourself is scattered. So if that resonates with you, this is your reading. I feel like also there's this energy of wanting to take action when you're scattered. Don't do that, okay? Because I do feel like with scattered energy and a King of Wands gonna take action towards that scattered energy. He's gonna scatter his ass right up in the categories and get all up in the mix and get caught up in something. So what I'm saying is like, be careful of making permanent choices with temporary emotions or feelings, guys. Don't make decisions, life ones, big ones, especially when it comes to someone that you love, with scattered energy, because your judgment will be off. For some of you, y'all know y'all went too far, you said too much, and now you got to double back and go buy them something. Or, you know what I'm saying, you got to go like pick your face up off the floor and be like, damn, like, my bad. And that's okay, but like, how long are we going to keep doing that? Okay, so whatever you feel like is not jumping off in your life, I feel like you got to find as many ways as you can to point the finger to you and figure out what it is about you that you're in that, right? What is it about me that keeps me either in situations like this, dealing with people like this, dealing with this person and not leaving them, right? Is it boundaries, right? Is it belief system? Is it fear-based? What is it tied to? That devil energy was there. So it goes without saying that, like, there's something toxic that keeps you in this energy of, for some of you guys, you won't go date. You won't go date because of your last relationship. And it's like, come on, like it's time to pull yourself up. Like you take one step, God will take 10, right? Your gang will take 10 if you just take one. And I feel like, so be courageous. Know that if you guys have passions and you have desires, be with people who also have those. Surround yourself around passionate people who are full of desire and that really want to creatively, like, be a part of this world, be a part of a relationship with you, be a part of your family, be a part of creating family with you. I feel like there is a lot of movement in love. So this is whether it's out of love with a person. And even those of you who are moving out of a relationship with a person, I'm telling you, especially for the person, thank you, especially for the person who has stayed in it, 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 stayed in it. Do you know what God will do? The moment that God watches you, like, oh, she's about to do it. She's about to do it for real this time. She's going to leave him this time, or he's going to leave her this time. Okay. All right. That happened. Okay. They're watching you. They're watching you. And then as soon as they see you actually take the leap, detach, do you not think that you're going to get the most amazing blessing from spirit? As a person that has lived that and who's walked that for like the past 3 or 4 years, it is true. So just know, when, especially when you do something that you had a hard time doing spiritually, you get rewarded, guys. You do. With so much abundance, and that will come through the most amazing friends that are supportive. It will come through financial, just abundance. It'll come through, freebies. It'll come through you just waking up every day with a different zeal for life that you didn't have before. And it's literally because you just chose to, like, I don't want to do it no more, right? I want to become a vegetarian or a vegan to jerks. I want to become, like, off of the toxicity, right? It's almost like some of you guys need to be in therapy, right? You know that you need a therapist and or an outlet or something or someone that you feel that will support you in your journey to healing the ugly parts of you, okay? You know that you need it, you deserve it, and it's because you want to take a lot of action to being a different person. But I think for a lot of you guys, you didn't know that you're gonna have to detach from somebody to do it, to get it. Okay. For some of you guys, there's gonna be people that you love, this people that you care about, but you just know, like, deep down within in your spidey sense, right? The high priestess was here tonight. You just know, like, it's not gonna work. As much as I try to keep them, I know it's not going to work and I have to detach from this person. So whatever that is for your life, loving nobody's, make the choice, make the decision, based on your own free will. Balance logic with spirituality, balance practicality within this whole thing. But make balanced choices and decisions, right? Be balanced in your dealings with people. With all of that fire energy tonight, I just want you guys to be encouraged to be open to other people's opinions, ideas, creativity, way of living, way of believing, way of being. Okay. There's an opportunity there because I do feel like there's someone here, or maybe a few of you here, who have it's you, or you're dealing with someone that is kind of like, I want people to be like me. Maybe it's a fixed sign, right? So Aquarius, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio possibly could have been here tonight. Whatever it is, you completely have control over it. That Magician in the reverse just tells me that you're not really doing with your tools, right, what you need to. And the tools, meaning your communication, that's swords, right? Your the tangible things that you have in your life, right? The resources, that is the pentacles. The cups, what are you doing with your emotions and your feelings, right? What are you doing with the wands, with your ideas and your inspiration and your creativity? The Magician card being in the reverse, it just tells me that in one of those areas of your life, in one of those sectors of your life, maybe you're not using what you got to the best of your ability. Okay. For some of you guys, it's just you literally not being able to apologize when you know you were wrong. For some of you guys, it's that small. For some of you guys, it is you continue to cheat and cheat and cheat and cheat and cheat and cheat and cheat in every relationship that you're in until you just, put yourself and set yourself up to, like, live this life of just being on this wheel like a little gerbil, right? Not getting anywhere when you just need to heal. You need to heal while you do that, right? Identify it, guys. Again, I choose to know what's really going on, and no matter how ugly it is, this will allow me to choose whether wisely This will allow me to choose wisely whether or not I choose to keep it in my life. That Two of Swords was there. She had that blindfold on. Like, take the blindfold off, guys, and see your life for what it really is. See you for what you really are and be okay with it, right? I've already said this to you guys so many times. If you're a piece of shit and you're an asshole and you know that you are, like, own that, Kanye. It's almost like this Kanye energy. Kanye has been, like, titled and, like, listen. Kanye don't come for me in this video. But I'm just saying, like, I love Kanye West. And I just think that he is a very controversial person, but we need those kind of people in life, right? We need them. A lot of people call him an asshole, though. So what I'm saying is like, if you know that that's you, own it. Own it. If you know that you're somebody that is overly emotional, every time you deal with your person, own that, right? Handle your emotions, figure out how to deal with your emotions, because that King of Cups was here tonight in the reverse. And that just lets me know that somebody is not doing with their emotions what they should. Somebody is either being emotionally manipulative, emotionally ghosting someone, emotionally all over the place. So we're just vomiting our emotions all up on everybody. One of my mentors used to say, bleeding all over people that didn't even cut you. Okay. Who's doing that? Right? So lovely nobody, again, before I keep going and going, because there's so many messages that still come in. I think I'm going to do some videos during the week. My schedule will be so busy. So it's like busy work. I have like work, and then I have work, and then I have work. Okay. I got my grandbabies here more now. So listen, I will try to do some weekly videos this week. Maybe I'll throw some shorts in there. But until the next video, guys, just love yourselves, trust yourselves, go easy on yourselves. That Adele song just started playing in my head. Go easy on yourselves. That Judgment card is a lot about, don't be so hard on yourself. Decide that you did your best. Decide that you made the right decision or choice. And if you didn't, you need to do it. Do it. Sometimes it's in the reverse. The Judgment card could be like, I didn't make the right choice or decision, or I don't want to move because I don't know if I'm going to make the right choice or decision, right? Choose wisely for your life, guys. I love you so much. If you need to get a reading from me, you know where my information is. But until the next video, lovely nobody out. See you guys next Saturday.